Hey guys, happy Friday. If you missed live class today, then this video is for you. I'm just going to quickly walk through the slides, make sure you understand exactly what I'm asking you to do. They are loading here. Here we go. So for the do now, we're thinking about all of these processes that shape the Earth's surface, and we're trying to group them in different ways, right? So we don't have to think about like 50 different processes. And one way that scientists think about these processes are by their speed. Like how fast do they change the surface? And so I want you to just quickly, this was a drawing slide. I want you to just match which of these processes, and there's a little bit of a GIF for each. Which one is a slow process? Which one is a middle speed process? Which one is a really fast process? So match these up and we'll keep it going. You just start thinking about it that way. Hey, Angle Lake remember how Angle Lake was created? Was it about volcanoes? No. Was it about meteor? No. Remember, under the lake, when you take water away from a lake, essentially what you have is like a big bowl, one student was telling me, which makes sense because then the bowl is just full of water and then you have a lake. So who scooped out the bowl? Why is there land is kind of like flat and then right here though where the lake is there's a low area. And it actually is because of glaciers. During the last ice age, 10, 15,000 years ago, glaciers were coming by, weathering and eroding up the land. And maybe just the land, the rock right where this lake was extra soft. Maybe the glacier here was extra heavy. One way or another, you have this low area here. And now where the water level's at, it fills in this area that was eroded out by a glacier. Think of it real quick. Which of these types of plate boundaries, this is a review question, is the least likely to create a volcano, and which one is the reason that the Himalayan mountains were formed? Think about that. I'll tell you, a transformed boundary is not likely to create volcanoes, but it is very likely to make earthquakes. And the Himalayan mountains, and you can kind of see it over here, were responsible from two plates that were from land, continental plates, so they're really thick, run into each other and formed the Himalayan mountains. Okay, so after our science of the day today, quick practice assessment and then final assessment with your portfolios as well. So if you missed yesterday, make sure we do your portfolios, please. Dr. Estella Etekwana was Cameroonian. If you know me, then I've spent a few years in Cameroon. So anything Cameroonian is kind of significant to me. She has a PhD in geophysics, and she also went to Howard University. When she was younger, teachers told her that geology wasn't for girls. I don't know if that's because they thought girls weren't tough, but they were wrong. Geology is for girls. Girls, you're tougher than the boys are. So now she works in geology, and she's the chair professor of hydrogeology at Oklahoma State. She studies signs of early life. She studies how continental rifts start, and she mentors other young women of color in her field. And just generally, she is a very accomplished geologist. So thank you, Dr. Atikwana. In breakout rooms, students worked on a practice assessment. Take it here. Go through it, figure out what answers you got wrong, go back and go, wait, why did I get those answers wrong? Because the final assessment has really similar type questions, and so this is a really good practice. Take it as many times as you want to practice. Then for independent work today, students took their final assessment and then they did their portfolios and they checked for missing work. So real quick, here's your final assessment. Take your time. Maybe don't take this before you take the practice assessment. It's just doing practice things makes a huge difference. Then your portfolios. If you go back to your resources tab in Google Classroom, you'll find my science class portfolio back from Q1. If you open that up, I want you to go back to, this is yesterday, so I need to change that. It would have been, actually yesterday. Go back to yesterday, Thursday. We had 7 different explanations. Things like, why are there hot springs in Japan? How did the Nile Delta form? You were supposed to choose 3 of them to do yesterday. Today, I want you to pick the best one. Maybe there's 2 that you're really proud of, and I want you to paste them into your portfolio. Remember to always keep original styles. That will make sure that the background doesn't get all messed up. And then I want you to choose this reflection for one or both of the models that you, or the explanations that you chose. What did you have to do? Why was it challenging? Why are you proud? This is again like if your little brother or your auntie was like, hey, what is that you're doing? What's that explanation thing with the volcano? You'd be like, oh, and that's essentially that's it. Like explain it like you'd explain it to them. They're not in our class. They don't really understand what we're doing. Break it down for them here. And then copy and paste that slide, this one right here, into your portfolio. And then check for missing work. This is your missing work right here. This will take you to student view. If you're missing anything, do it. That's it. Have a good day, guys.